What's up, fellas? I am back and I am reviewing something fresh. This is the SQUIER 6-string jazz bass, and this is new by Fender, and this thing kicks a lot of ass, especially for the price. It's $330, and it plays much better than that, although there are some things that I personally would change if I could, so we'll go over a couple things. One is, I mean, just look at it. It is so pretty. I will probably put some B-roll in there that you can see the thing a lot better. And check out that headstock. Just a fatty. And it just looks so sick. I really think it looks pretty attractive. But yeah, this thing looks awesome. And it plays really well. So here's a couple specs. I'm not going to be perfect at running all the things down. It's a maple neck. It has a laurel fretboard, which looks like rosewood, but plainer. You know, it's more flat brown. It doesn't have as much character visually. Doesn't really feel any different. It's got a poplar body, and it has got like a graphite kind of color to it. It's like metallic, you know, it's got like metallic flakes, and it's gray. It's not black. I think on the website it says that it's black. It's not black. And honestly, it looks better the way that it does. But I'm sure that you guys will be able to see that in the B-roll a lot better. So there you go. Things that I like about it. I love the neck. I think it's graphite reinforced. And yeah, it's absolutely dead on straight, which I'm very happy with. The fretwork feels absolutely solid. I have the action on this thing really, really low, and it's not a problem at all. It is, it's great. It's not buzzing, even though I pulled it down quite a bit. I mean, it's really close, the action that I have. So this would be suitable for somebody to do like tapping and stuff like that. It wouldn't be a problem at all, honestly. Things I don't really care for. I do not really care for these tuners. I think they look much more attractive than I used to have a 5-string Fender Jazz. Well, it's a SQUIER Jazz, and it didn't sound half as good as this thing. This thing is way better sounding. It's way brighter. It's probably because the pop values are different, but it's way brighter than the other one I had. The other one was much duller, just, you know, really bland sounding. And yeah, this thing sounds, in my opinion, a lot better. But the tuners, they don't really feel that responsive, you know. It feels like when I'm tuning them that there's kind of some slack in the linkage between, you know, turning the actual tuning key and the post actually spinning. I'm not really too much of a fan of that. But, you know, it's $330. Like, it's really not the end of the world. I could replace them, you know, wouldn't be too big of a deal. The other thing is the pickups. They're a bit on the lower output side, and beyond that, I have to lower them quite a bit for me, my own personal playing. You know, I'm pretty aggressive, you know, and then, and I don't, like, when you have the pickups where they were stock, you're gonna have the string absolutely clacking and making some nasty, hideous sound on the pickups. So I try to bury these pickups, you know, into the body quite a bit. So it's probably something I'm gonna replace pretty soon. But it's not like the bass doesn't sound good. It sounds good on its own, just like this. But if I want a higher output without having any risk of, you know, this kind of stuff, then, you know, that's going to have to be something I'm going to need to do. Now, what I've done in the past for other basses like this is I just use black electrical tape and just go over the pickup itself, and then you will never have this problem. But I just think that the bass overall has a little bit low on the volume end, so the output is kind of weak, but it does sound good. So yeah, it sounds pretty good. I think it sounds awesome. I'm gonna play some stuff to a backing track that I made, and just some other one I found on YouTube, and that'll give you just a little better of an idea. One is going to sound like this, where it's pretty much dry, just some compression, not too much fun stuff, but it just gives you the sound that I think many people will play. The bass like this, just coming out of some ordinary amp, and then something else will be a little bit more aggressive. I'll have some sort of overdrive a little bit on it, not too much, but it definitely will have the bass sounding of a different character. This is with both pickups on, by the way, so let me actually do that first. So this is the front pickup only. That high string sounds really good when I'm using it just on the front pickup alone. Although you're probably going to get, you're going to be more susceptible to noise when you don't have both of the pickups on, because you're not going to be canceling out any, hum. So there's that. It may sound cool, but you might have some problems there. So another reason why I might just swap the pickups on this thing, because overall, to me, if you're buying a cheap instrument, the most important thing is like the playability. Like, I could give a fuck less about the pickups, or the tuners themselves. Like, if the thing has a stable body, a stable neck, then it's gonna play fine. If the frets, everything, all that kind of sort of thing is good, then I think it's worth upgrading. But I wouldn't upgrade something if the neck felt like shit. If it feels bad, fuck it. Don't even bother. It's not worth the time, because the neck is not going to get any better. But if the neck is great, which this one has a great neck, then, really the only thing that's stopping you from it sounding as good as it plays is, stuff like the pickups. So, and then as far as the tuning stability, I think it holds tuning well with these stock tuners, but I just would prefer them to feel a little bit more responsive, not just feel nice in the hand. These feel pretty nice in the hand, but okay, so here is the bridge pickup. And then with the 2 pickups again, and then the boarding. Sounds very pretty. And then here's the same sort of thing with just the neck pickup. I really like the brightness of the, I mean, I know it's fresh strings, but the instrument itself is pretty bright, I think, which is nice. I really like it. So what do you guys think? I personally think that the bass sounds pretty damn good, honestly. And for $330, sounds excellent. It plays excellent for $330. It plays like a $600 or thereabouts range bass. And that brings me to the thing that I, am thinking when I'm playing it, which is I believe that Fender Squier should have made this a $500 or $600 bass and chosen to put their noise canceling pickups in there, or active pickups or something like that. I think they could have stepped it up, pushed it a little further and not skimped out on the electronics front. You know, it feels like, you know, especially when you have it set up, it feels rock solid. So it feels pretty premium in that kind of way. And even the finish, you know, looks fucking awesome. But you've got these, you know, plain Jane pickups in there that, yeah, they do sound good, but they're susceptible to a lot of noise. You know, it's not the best. And then same with the tuning machines are just kind of, you know, okay. They look and feel nice, you know, in the hand, but they don't exactly feel responsive when you're turning them. So that, you know, would have swapped that out. But me personally, I'm going to swap out the pickups, going to swap out the tuning machines, and, you know, it's going to be a $600 bass, and it's going to play like a $600 bass. So there you go. If you liked the video, you know, like it, comment, subscribe, talk shit if you want. You know, maybe you think the bass sucks. I think it sounds pretty good. And if you see some, or if you need some melodic, slappy, you know, bass playing on your stuff, I'm always available for hire. And just hit me up at Crowkeeper Studios on the Instagram. And there you go. So I will see you in the next one.